I felt so alone in high school. And the part that still gets me is no one noticed. Not my teachers, not my friends, and not my parents. And honestly, I didn't fully understand it myself. By the time I graduated, I had attended 3 different junior high schools and 2 different high schools. After my first suicide attempt at 14, that's when everything shifted. I was moved from my original school, then moved again. My mom was struggling with her mental health. After she divorced her second husband, she spiraled into depression and alcoholism. Eventually, I moved back with my father. There wasn't a lot of stability. After we left my father's house the first time, there really wasn't a home base. That went out the window. Me and my mom moved around, things changed, and nothing felt anchored. When your environment is unstable and your brain already feels unstable, that's a powerful recipe for self-doubt. If that doesn't shake your confidence, I don't know what does. At the time, I didn't have language for what I was experiencing. No one was talking about PMDD the way they are now, and PMS was just starting to really be mentioned and talked about and joked about. Today, it's estimated that about 3 to 8% of women experience PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, and many go undiagnosed for years. Back then, I just thought something was wrong with me, and there was. I just didn't know what. I missed a lot of school. I withdrew from friendships. I felt different, totally different, but I couldn't explain why. When you feel emotionally unstable month after month and there's no conversation, you start to internalize it. You start thinking, I'm dramatic, I'm weak, and I lack confidence. I'm not good enough to hang with those popular people. I can't keep going to practice. Confidence doesn't grow in chaos. It grows in consistency. And I didn't have consistency. Not at home, not at school, and not internally. So that teenage self-doubt followed me for a very long time. Even today, post-menopause, I still have symptoms, and it's cyclical, and I know when I'm going to have them. My self-doubt showed up in relationships, it showed up in over-apologizing, and it showed up in tolerating things that I shouldn't have had to have tolerated. When you grow up thinking you're unstable, you start trying to hold everything together for everyone else. It took me years, actually decades, to understand that I wasn't broken. I was a teenager with an undiagnosed, hypersensitive brain trying to survive instability, month after month, cyclically. Here's what I want to say gently. If you're a parent, watch for patterns in your child. Mood shifts that follow a cycle. School avoidance that feels bigger than normal teenage resistance. A daughter who seems confident one week and completely withdrawn the next should be a flag. Ask curious questions instead of critical ones. And if you're a teenager watching this, or even a grown woman looking back like, you weren't weak, you weren't dramatic, you were navigating something without support, without education, and without tools. I survived 14. I survived instability. And now in 2026, 6 months sober, reflecting with clarity, I can finally see the patterns that no one noticed back then. And maybe that's the beginning of real confidence. Not pretending everything is fine, but understanding yourself, myself. If you thought this video was helpful, please like and consider subscribing so I can continue to have these conversations and bring awareness to this disorder, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, a disorder that so many people still don't know about. Be aware and share, and you have a good day.